Welcome to this Yin morning yoga practice. The aim of this practice is to help you to release any tension, tightness and stiffness from the body so that you can feel more energized for the rest of your day. The props that you'll need for this class, if you have them, are a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a couch cushion with a towel wrapped around it, a blanket to sit on if you've got very tight hamstrings, and 2 blocks or books if you have them. You can get away without using these props, but at the minimum you'll need a cushion with a towel wrapped around it. So I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of country throughout Australia. I recognise the continuing connection to lands, waters, skies and communities. And I pay my respects to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures and elders past and present. So take a deep inhale and just feel that earth beneath you, spreading out in all directions, supporting your weight. And just feel that you can soften into the earth. Starting to feel the connection where you're sitting, connection with your sit bones and your legs with the earth. And take one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Starting to feel that mind-body connection. So just noticing what's going on in the head to start with, in the mind. No need to change anything, just becoming aware of what thoughts are there. So taking a moment to really check into that. Check in with what is in the mind. What's at the front of the mind? What thoughts are in the back of the mind? Just observing them. And just allowing those thoughts to come and go, just like clouds pass across the sky. So you don't need to push them away, you don't need to pull them in and hold on to them. Just allow them to drift through. And then check in with your heart space. Take a deep breath into the heart. Noticing the emotions that are there, any emotions that are present, noticing the mood of the heart. Checking in with the belly, the intuitive body, the gut feel about things. That deep soul connection. And as we move through the poses, just seeing if you can keep an awareness for these 3 areas. So the head, the mind, the thoughts, the rational part of us, the emotions in the heart, and then that gut feel in the belly, the soul connection. Taking another deep breath. Maybe thinking about your intentions for the day. Good, and then take a deep inhale, float your arms above the head, stretching up, interlock your fingers and then stretch your palms up, stretching up through the waist. Exhale, release the arms down, interlock them behind the back now and bring the hands to the right side in that interlocked manner. So I've still got my hands interlocked and I'm just bringing them into the side waist. So they're just sitting like that. And we're going to take a little neck stretch here. So we're going to slowly and gently drop the right ear to the right shoulder, breathing into the left side of the neck. Deep breath in all the way into the back of the neck, into the back of the shoulders. Slow, smooth breath. Gently come back. Really, really slowly taking a breath at center once you arrive back. And then stretch your arms out behind you, release the hands, and let's just take a windshield wiper with our knees, so one side to the other. Good, and then cross the legs the other way and interlock the hands the other way, so the more uncomfortable way that you don't naturally go to. And then bring the interlocked hands to the left side of the waist. And then slowly drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Breathing there. See if you can take a deep breath into the back of the neck. And the side of the neck. Good, and slowly and gently come back. Release the hands, shake the arms out. And we will prepare for our first pose. So we're going to get into the shoulders and the upper back. Now there's two ways of doing it. I'm going to do it with 2 blocks because I find that a bit stronger. So 1 block for the head, 1 block between the shoulder blades. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can use a bolster. So you could maybe place 1 block flat if you've got a block and then the bolster on top, or just a book or something there to support the bolster. So it's nice to have a little bit of height. And then we're going to come into our supine butterfly pose. So it's the soles of the feet touching. I'm going to use blocks on that middle setting. And lying back. So taking your time to come into the pose, maybe bringing the chin into the chest as you lie back slowly, finding that support between the shoulder blades, and then resting the head back. So the soles of the feet are touching, and then you're just letting the shoulders drape over the support. Palms are turned up. You can take the index and thumb fingers to touch. And just starting to soften and let go. So we're getting this nice hip opening. It's a very receptive pose. Start to soften the muscles of the face, let the head go. Just receiving. Keep your awareness on the breath, maybe taking a nice deep breath all the way down into the belly. And then when you're ready, thinking about coming up before you move. So you might put pressure into your elbows to push yourself up, or you might like to bring the knees together manually first. And then bring your chin into your chest and slowly come up. So just work out the best way to come up. Remembering to move very slowly in our transitions. And we're going to come now into more of a leg and hamstring stretch. So again, sitting on the blanket if that feels good for you. Optional to use the blocks or block for your head. So we're coming into a caterpillar pose. So the legs are hip distance apart. We're going to take the right leg, bend the knee and take it across the left leg near so the knees are sort of stacked a little bit. And from here, it's morning, so obviously we're very tight in our hamstrings usually. So the idea is remembering the yin principles. You're really softening the muscles here, and it's a slow release. So you're going to just let the head come forward. You might not want to come forward. It might be enough just to sit up. But the other option is to bring the chin into the chest, slowly let the back round and the head come forward, maybe stacking up some blocks or books to rest the head on if you want to do that, or you can just do it without the blocks. I think I prefer it without the blocks. I can really feel this in my hamstrings. And the idea is just to practice those principles. So let yourself come into the pose as far as you find that resistance. So letting the head come forward, softening the back of the neck, softening the shoulders and the upper back. Taking some deep breaths here. And just as we're in the pose for a while, you don't need to move that deep to start with, just letting time and gravity open you up and just let you soften here. Closing the eyes and just keeping the awareness on the sensations in the body, but not forcing anything, just letting it all happen. Use your breath to breathe into any areas that are particularly tight. Just seeing if you can let them melt. Well done. And very slowly and gently, take your time to push the floor away to come up. Take a breath at center when you come up. And then slowly unravel the legs. Send that right leg out now to the side and bend the left leg in. So we're coming into Janu, a version of Janu now, which is going to help to release that tightness, any tightness in the lower back. So we've got our left heel into the groin, right leg out. Turn the torso to face that right leg. And you're going to slowly come forward here over the right leg. So again, softening and releasing, the head comes down. Chin can come into the chest. There's no effort or forcing in or pushing in the shoulders. The shoulders, we just want to relax the muscles. And just let everything go. And it doesn't matter, you get the same benefit whether you come all the way down or just a little way down. So that letting go is what we're after, just that easefulness. Breathe into the left lower back, slow, smooth breaths, making sure that your sit bones are still connected with the earth. Make sure the belly is soft. The forehead softens, the mind's relaxed in a forward bend. Forward bends are very calming for the thoughts and the mental tension. Good, and then very slowly push the floor away. Take your time to come up. Take a deep breath once you come up. Just notice how you're feeling. And then slowly release that left leg out in front of you, and we're going to swap over. So the right leg is coming over the knee now. No, sorry, that's wrong. The other side. Left knee is coming over the right leg. Yep. So we're going to come into our forward bend, the left leg over the right. Take your time. Feel the connection with that right leg in the earth. And then slowly, if it feels good to come forward, slowly walk the hands forward, rounding the back, relaxing the shoulder muscles, and just letting the head go here. So you might find this side of the body's tighter than the right side. It's always a bit different, one side to the other. Remember, it's morning, so the hamstrings are going to be tight. Just allow them to release into the floor. If you can take some deep breaths here all the way into the belly, letting the belly soften, the shoulders relax. Good, and very gently push the floor away. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to come to the Janu Shirshasana on the other side. So we're going to, or the Yin style Janu. Bring that right leg is bent, right foot into the groin, hands on either side of the left leg now, using the hands as kind of handbrakes to come forward slowly. So you let the head come in, you slowly rounding the back. Breathing into that space of the right lower back, so creating space there with the breath as you feel that stretch coming forward. Very beneficial, very nourishing for any lower back issues. Unless you've got just a caveat there, you don't want to be doing a forward bend if you've got a slip disc or a bulging disc on the lower back, but just tightness from sitting or driving. We're just stretching that out. Releasing in the hamstrings too, which really helps. Good, and very slowly push the floor away. Take your time to come up. Take a deep breath. And we're going to come into Sphinx now. So we're going to give our legs a little rest for a moment and open up the shoulders again. So coming onto the belly and legs out behind you. Elbows are under your shoulders. Palms are spread. So you're connecting the palms with the earth. Lift the heart up. Pull the heart forward and relax the shoulders down the back. So we're targeting the upper back, chest, opening up the collarbones. And we're relaxing the belly and the legs, so even softening the soles of the feet, calf muscles, the thighs, the glutes. We're compressing the kidneys and the adrenal area, which is a nice thing to do. Relaxing the pelvic bowl. And just take some nice deep breaths into that heart space. Breathing into the upper back, the mid-upper back. You might like to choose a drishti, a point of focus. And maybe come back to the intention you're setting yourself for the day. Maybe seeing if you can even have that intention just to be one word. It could be love, it could be focus, it could be confidence, it could be release, it could be let go. Just seeing if you can condense that intention for the day into one word. Now, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper for the last minute of this pose, you can start to spread the fingers, turn them out, turn the hands out slightly, and then straighten the arms. That's an option, just to go a little bit deeper with the compression in the lower back. Otherwise, just stay where you are. If you do come up into that straight arm situation, you want to come into it and then start to let go of everything again. Let go of the legs, the muscles, soften. Deep breaths all the way into the lower back. Good, and then very slowly, just lower the heart towards the earth, taking your time to lower all the way down. And we're going to come into a half frog. So the arms end up at a goalpost. We turn our head to the right, slide that right knee up to a right angle. So the right knee is in line with the right hip. The right ankle is in line with the knee. And we slowly come down, turning the head to the right, just letting the head rest, letting go of any unnecessary holding or tension there. The whole body connected to the earth. And then release that right leg very gently. Slowly move to the other side. So turn your head to the left, slide the left knee up, and let the head rest down onto the floor on the left side. Good, and gently release that leg, come up. Take your time to bring your hands beside the chest, curl your toes under, and just push back into a child's pose, so a wide-kneed child's pose for a moment, stretching the arms out, letting the head come down and connect with the earth. You can lift up through the palms and feel what that's like. So you're just on your fingertips, just noticing the stretch, how it changes. And then just relaxing everything down, letting go. Good, well done. And slowly push the floor away, come up. And then make your way onto your back, having your bolster nearby or your block. We'll use that in a minute. But first of all, just on your back, we're going to take a figure of four stretch to release into the hips and the glute muscles. So taking your right ankle over the left knee, I should say. Send your arms through and take a hold of either the shin or the thigh and draw that leg in. Now, I want you to really let go here in the right glute. So see if you can breathe into that space. It might feel tight to start with. The right hip joint. Just breathe into that space as you let the back relax, the shoulders relax. Down into the earth, so you've got your head and your shoulders supported by the earth. And you can open the collarbones. You can open the chest here and just softening into the belly, the right hip and the right glute. See if you can let go of any holding there. Well done. And then very slowly and gently release that leg and swap over. So left ankle over right knee. Taking a hold of that, noticing how this glute and left hip feels. Consciously soften the shoulders again. Breathe into the belly. Let the areas that are connected with the floor really soften and allow them to be supported. As you breathe into that left hip, softening the left glute muscle. Well done. And gently release that leg now. So place both feet flat on the floor, the knees are bent. And this is where we're going to use our support, our bolster or block. We're coming into a supported bridge. So you're going to push into the feet, lift the hips up, and slide the support that you have under your lower back on that flat bit of the lower back. Finding that support in your bridge pose, so the hips are higher than the heart and the head. And this is where I'd really like you to take an inversion. So once you feel steady, then send the legs up to the sky. Now, another option here, if you've got a wall, you could always go up against the wall if that feels better for you. Otherwise, just legs up, arms out to the side. Just taking a few minutes in this inversion, allowing your body to have that reverse circulation, which is so good in the mornings. It's also great if you're on your feet during the day a lot. Just to have that nice reversal of circulation. You might start to feel tingling in the legs as the blood moves down to the pelvic ball. Take a deep breath into your belly. Maybe taking an letting go. Making that sound. Release the shoulders, let the back of the head soften. Just enjoying the benefits of this inversion. Well done. And when you're ready, you might like to hug the knees in, maybe make some circles, releasing the lower back. It's a nice thing to do. Just circles one way or the other to release that back. And then when you feel like you've had a nice release there, place the feet flat, lift your hips up, remove your support. And we're going to come into our supine twist. So arms out 180 degrees from the body. And your feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart, knees are bent. When you're ready, drop your knees to the left, gaze to the right. Breathing into the side body. You might like to take that right arm up on a diagonal then, just to feel it a little bit stronger in the twist. We'll hold the twist for about a minute here, so just breathing there, relaxing with gravity. That's the gallbladder meridian that runs down the side body. It's a really nice way of releasing tension there. And when you're ready, you can swap to the other side. So you'll come back through center, take a breath and a moment there. Full breath, and swap over to the other side when you're ready. So your knees fall to the right, your gaze to the left. Well done. And slowly bring the legs back and stretching out for your Shavasana. So take a blanket over you if you're cold. Support under your knees with a bolster if you have a tension in your lower back. Arms out to the side. And just take a deep breath here, letting yourself sink into the floor. Sink into the earth. And come back to those three parts of the body that we were paying attention to at the beginning of the class. So the mind, your heart, and your belly. So the mind is the mental energy, the heart is the emotional, and then the belly representing your gut feeling, connection to spirit. And just check in again, just harmonizing those three areas, integrating mind, body, and spirit. And then letting yourself just sink down into your Shavasana for the final few minutes. Whole body relaxing and just allowing the mind to float. Gently deepen the breath. Slowly bring your awareness back into the body. Start to move your fingers and your toes, maybe stretching your arms overhead. And then when you're ready, bend your knees and roll over to the right side. Take your time to come up. Taking a hand to the belly, hand to the heart again. Take a nice deep breath in. Just thanking yourself for taking the time to really do this practice, to release the tension and tightness from the body so you've got more capacity for the rest of your week, the rest of your day. Take a deep inhale, float the arms above the head, gathering strength and energy. Exhale, hands to the heart space, sealing the practice with a primordial Om. Inhale. Om. And surrender to the grace of the universe. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this Yin class. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you enjoyed this class, please comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Namaste.